Welcome to the Brad Jerkovich podcast. So glad you're here today, and I'm very excited to have the head coach of the Shreveport Mudbug hockey team, Jason Campbell. And Coach, we're so glad you're here today.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
Well, I wanted to say Jason Campbell, but people call you Soupy, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And where did you get the nickname Soupy from?
Just last name, Campbell Soup.
Oh yeah, I love
my
it.
My dad was a Soupy, and just tagging around with him at the rink.
Okay.
My entire childhood, I was a rink rat, and as I got older, I just became Soupy number 2, I guess. And but Soupy's just fine. That's what I go by. You know, my wife calls me Soupy. It's literally calls me Soupy. It's if anybody calls me by my real name, I usually don't answer. I'm not used to hearing it. So,
right.
But that's where it stems from, and even now, like my son Cade, people call him Cup of Soup and all that kind of stuff. It's just
so
the whole
good,
thing.
dude.
I honestly think most people with the last name Campbell are Soupies. So.
Right. I love it. Well, that's so cool. I just think it's cool to have a hockey coach right here on this podcast. I mean, it's an awesome sport that I think some people don't know a lot about.
Right.
But then when you go to a game, it is awesome. We'll get to some of that in a little bit, but I think it's cool. Are you from Louisiana?
No, sir.
Where'd you grow up, buddy?
I grew up in Orangeville, Ontario, which is near Toronto, Canada.
In Canada.
Grew up there, went to school out east at the University of New Brunswick, and then moved here in 1999 to actually play for the Mudbugs at that time.
Oh, wow.
And
now, did you grow up, like from the very beginning, you grew up playing hockey, or were you playing other sports, or in Canada, is it only hockey?
Pretty much there.
Yeah.
You learn to walk and you learn to skate at the exact same time. At least that's how it was for me and most of the community that I grew up with, you know. But you know, lacrosse is huge up there.
Okay,
And it was getting really big just as I was kind of leaving, you know, getting out of high school and stuff like that. But
so like all your friends play hockey. It's just what you do.
Yeah, pretty much. That's.
Was your dad a coach?
No, he wasn't, but he tried coaching me as best he could. I kind of took hockey the furthest out of anybody, further than my dad, my brother. My brother played junior hockey as well, but you know, I kind of turned it into a career.
That's amazing. Who were like your hockey sports icons when you growing up going, man, I want to play like him?
Well, Mike Bossy. When I was growing up, the New York Islanders were winning all the Stanley Cups, so I'm a big Islanders fan.
Yeah.
I still love the Leafs too, even though I grew up right there. But but Mike Bossy, you know, Billy Smith was a goalie then. Wayne Gretzky, obviously.
Amazing.
Mario Lemieux, like our goalie coach, played with Mario Lemieux.
Really?
You know, and tells us stories all the time. He's such an elite athlete, but such a awesome guy too, you know, just so there's just all those guys that are great icons in the hockey world. Yeah,
you mentioned Gretzky. I remember I was in Southern California growing up as a teenager in the 80s, and he was playing for the LA Kings, right? Yeah, I mean, those were some big-time years.
That was the biggest trade of all time when he went from Edmonton to
LA. Gosh. I didn't really realize all that back then, but from a hockey standpoint, that was massive.
Yeah, and then the Kings ended up beating the Toronto Maple Leafs out in the semifinals.
Wow.
So
that's a big deal.
It is a big deal, especially up north. I know maybe a lot of your viewers may not see it as a big deal, but it was a big deal back then.
So did you go to college? I mean, I don't know exactly how all that works sometimes in the hockey world, the sports world. What does that mean? So you wanted to go to college and play.
Really, back then, the junior league that I played in, I was not eligible to go to a U.S. college.
Oh, wow.
So, and we can get into all that, but it's a whole new world now. But,
wow.
But so I ended up playing in a Canadian college at the University of New Brunswick, which is in Fredericton, New Brunswick, beautiful part of the country up there. And that, my freshman year was Scott Muskett's senior year. Him and I lived together, and he's my current boss now here in Shreveport.
Amazing story.
It's just a long, drawn-out story, but you know how our life paths connected, and we stayed connected. He was here 2 years before he invited me to even come down and try to give it a shot.
Wow.
Which I did in 1999, and I stayed, never left.
So but to college, did you play there? Did you go to college?
Yeah, I played there for 3 years, and then he called me to see if I wanted to come down here and give it a go, and I decided to leave and come down here.
So when you say give it a go, what was happening here in Shreveport? I mean, of all places, Shreveport, Louisiana, to have ice hockey, that's kind of a unique thing, right?
Yeah, so it was minor pro.
Okay.
Getting paid to play.
Yeah.
You weren't getting rich or anything like that, but he said, Soupy, like, not forcing you to come down or anything, but it's pretty wild. It's like my mini NHL here, and we can't guarantee you anything, but if you want to come down and try out, give it a shot, then by all means, I think you should try it. So I thought about it a little bit and decided to pack my bags and look it up or Google it at the time.
Exactly.
And head on down here and give it a go. And I ended up making it. And then next thing I know, like, I was here for literally a week and I met my wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow. So how long have you been married?
20 plus years now.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, it was a scary move at the time.
Yeah.
I came down here single thinking, man, I could go down there, have a lot of fun, play and live the life a little bit.
Yep.
And I got locked down pretty quick. Southern Belles kind of do their, she's great though. She's from Jonesboro, Louisiana.
Oh, it's so cool, man. What a blessing.
Yeah.
You got kids?
Yeah, 3 kids.
Yeah.
And they're all doing well. And we're born and raised here in the Shreveport Bossier area and now graduated college and or my oldest 2 have. My youngest is engaged now. It's wild. There's so much going on that I can't even keep up.
So you played, was that in the 90s then? In the late 90s?
Yeah, early, like...
For the Mudbugs.
Oh, yeah, late 90s.
Late 90s. And how long had the Mudbugs been here at that point?
They were here for 2 years when I got here. So they started in 97.
Okay.
I got here in 99.
Yeah.
Then I think we had some great success, had a good fan base, but just business model-wise, it wasn't ultimately working out.
Yeah.
And then the team ceased operations in 2014, I think it was.
Okay.
Something like that. And then when we came back, we came back at the junior level. So now our guys don't get paid or anything like that.
Okay.
So these guys are younger guys looking to get scholarships to go to college and hopefully ultimately play pro themselves.
So that's a whole different paradigm shift then for the Mudbugs. So it really was a kind of a semi-pro level that you played for.
Yep.
And now you were the assistant coach, right?
Yes, originally the assistant coach.
When it came back.
Yeah, when it came back. Yeah, when it came back, I was an assistant coach the first year, but I literally didn't go on the road or on the bench or on the ice.
Yeah.
I basically helped with everything off the ice.
Right.
And then the next year I was on the bench, and then the coach left, got promoted. I want to say he went to a college job. I can't even remember at the time. And then I've been the head coach now ever since. I guess my 3rd year here, I became the head coach and been doing it ever since.
Well, and you are doing a great job, and you guys have had some great success. And I am amazed here in Northwest Louisiana to how you do have a great base of support for hockey. It's really cool.
Yeah, believe it or not, we lead the league in the North American Hockey League in attendance.
Wow.
We've led it for every year that I can remember.
So cool.
So we average about 3,500 fans a game.
Yes.
3,300, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's more of a, our fans, yes, the team has had some good success on the ice, but it's so entertaining to come to a hockey game, and our staff just does an amazing job just outside of the hockey realm of things to attract fans. Like we have theme nights every weekend, every Friday, every Saturday. It's different. Like a bunch of kids were in Halloween costumes this past weekend.
Oh yeah, sure.
Just little glow. The
very entertaining.
The ice would glow, when the lights were down, and it's the off ice staff does an amazing job to entertain our fan base and stuff like that. So, but
it is engaging. It's funny. I've tried to watch hockey over the years, right? And then when I went to a hockey game, do you hear that a lot when people say, "But when I went to a hockey game live, it is compelling." So I'm just wondering, as a coach, do you get the team together and say, "All right, guys, tonight we're going to have 5 fights, and that's what we're going to do"? Do you coach for that?
No, I'll never send a player out to fight. Now, mind you, we do recruit players that might be a part of their game.
It's part of their game. They're tougher than the others.
Physicality is their ace in the hole, and you just need that sometimes.
Do you think that I could be a great hockey player one day? Is there potential?
I think there is potential because God is on your side.
It's going to take a miracle, right? So do people? I mean, that puck. Like, that's a hard thing, man, when it's on that ice. So when it does hit your teeth, right? That's why it's brutal, man. You got, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people see it live, Coach, it is an amazing sport.
Yeah.
To be skating, to be working that puck, to pass, all of that. And like you said, the physicality of it, it is not for the weak.
No, it's not. And honestly, when the Mudbugs were coming back in the North American Hockey League, changing leagues and going to junior hockey, I watched the league on video and I was like, man, I don't know if it's gonna catch on. I don't know if our fans are going to like it. I don't know if I like the brand of hockey. And then I went to Texas to watch a game. 3 hours away. There's a team in Dallas, one of our rivals. So I went there to watch a game. And when I sat in there and watched it, I was like, oh, this is awesome.
That is so cool.
The game's so fast. It's physical. The kids are, I say kids, but they're young men. You know, they're like working so hard and they're, you know, they're determined. And I was like, I'm in.
Wow.
I right then when I went and watched it live, I knew it was going to be a great product for the league, for our players, for our fans. I knew it.
So right now you're dealing with, like, what are the ages of the guys playing hockey with the Shreveport Mudbugs?
So this year, our youngest player is a 2008 birth year, so 17 years old.
Wow.
And then 05s, this is their last year to play junior hockey.
Okay.
So they're 20-year-olds. They can turn 21 this year, but this is their last year of junior hockey. They can play till they're 20. Okay. Basically 21.
Right. And then they're trying to play. What are these guys trying to do at this level?
They are trying to go to college. Okay. So they're looking for those Division I scholarships.
I got you.
Division III good Division III opportunities. And all of our guys, they'll either go Division I or they'll get a really good Division III offer to go play. Some do just realize that, you know what? I think I'm ready to just hit the working world, or I'll just go to college and maybe not play club hockey. But most of them are pretty determined and driven to get that Division I commitment. And it happens. It's rare, but it does happen. We've had a goalie drafted straight to the NHL, but he again went to college first and still going through that process. But
but these kids, they're hungry. I mean, they want to keep going. So that's why I'm saying, like, when you talk about the excitement from that level, it's like they are playing incredible hockey. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's their full-time job.
Okay.
You know, they don't go to school while they're here. If they're still in school and haven't graduated, they're taking online classes. We practice in the morning. It's like a full day's work, you know. It's
amazing.
Not quite 9 to 5, but it's a huge commitment. Our players are from all over the world. We're allowed 8 import players. The rest are Americans, but we have kids from all over the world. So they literally moved to Shreveport
that is amazing
to follow their dream. And on that note, we have amazing people in the Shreveport Bossier area that billet these players out, take them into their homes.
Really?
And they live with them and follow them for the rest of their careers usually. Like, these are lifelong, relationships that they develop while they're here. So it's a pretty amazing thing that's going on here.
Let's talk. I'm just curious real quick, when you talk about that level of athlete, has the NIL, we hear about a lot with football or maybe basketball, but does that affect hockey as well?
Yeah, it's actually affected our league quite a bit. Okay. Our guys, again, are still going to have great opportunities. Yeah. It's just the Division I opportunities aren't as readily available anymore.
That's interesting.
It's just that trickle-down effect, Now, because before all this, to try to sum it up real quick, the league that I played in when I was their age in Canada, once you play in that league, it's Tier 1 junior, OHL, WHL, QMJHL, you're no longer eligible to play in a U.S. college at the Division I level. That's gone now.
Wow.
So a wide range of players just opened up. So obviously there's going to, and with the portal and all that kind of stuff, all these teams are now scouting heavily those leagues or the portal.
Interesting.
And then there's the USHL in the United States, which is the Tier 1 junior league here, and we're Tier 2.
Okay.
So, there's just that trickle-down effect, and it has affected us for sure. But again, our guys are going to, I love our guys.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
And they're Our league's a little bit older. Like the USHL is the same age bracket as us.
Okay.
But we're allowed to have as many 20-year-olds as we want.
Okay.
So it's a little older on average. And so our players are a little more mature and a little more ready sometimes to step in to play against some of those older college players, and because you're playing against men at that point.
Oh, man, totally. Well, that's interesting.
It has eaten up some opportunities.
And that's what I'm saying. I think sometimes it's important for people like listen to this podcast today. Like, here's a coach seeing it in real time with real athletes at that age, 19, 20, 21, et cetera, going, this is what the NIL is doing. You're doing just fine as far as navigating that, but there are some challenges with that I think people need to be honest about.
Yeah, it's just eating up a lot of opportunities. But honestly, it just forces our guys to work harder.
That's
and
a
when
great
they get
point.
when they get those opportunities, just prove yourself. Like everybody's path is different.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious as a coach. You've got these players, like you said, literally several of them from all over the world. They're with you. How long is a season? Like, how long would these guys be with you? In a year, throughout a year?
Well, they report for camp at the beginning of August.
Okay.
And if our season ends the second week of April, and then we move into playoffs. So we could play till the end of May, basically.
So that's several months with these guys. I'm just curious as a coach, are there some things where you go, obviously you want them to excel as a player, but what about as a person? Are there just some principles that you go, all right, I'm a coach of a hockey team. I've got these young men. I want them to be skilled here, or there's just some things that you want them to be aware of, responsibility-wise or vision-wise, or what are there some things that matter to you as a coach for your players?
For me, the first thing is we have a wide open door policy.
Okay.
So our guys can come in and talk to us anytime about anything and everything. And I want to make sure they understand that we're approachable and we're here for them, The second thing is, like, our billet families are a huge part of that because they spend a lot of time in the homes, with these people. But these guys don't understand sometimes when they get here that they don't feel like they're Mudbugs hockey players, and a lot of people in our community know who they are, whether they know it or not.
That's right.
So they need to understand that. They need to
be aware of that.
Be very well behaved.
Yeah.
People know who you are, and they don't understand that quite yet. But I think the biggest thing is just laying down the groundwork first and understanding that we do stuff in the community, and you're going to be busy doing all kinds of things. And you're going to learn that, there's a line that you can't cross.
That's right.
And if you cross that line, your opportunities here will no longer be here.
Yeah.
And this is a good place to be. And, but that's it. Like, there's
those are
just
some
a line
important things, I think.
Yeah. You just
not
can't
just for
cross,
hockey, but for
right.
life.
Oh yeah. So that's big time. And we also do, like, Muskie, our GM, is a great culture builder.
Okay.
Like, he works with our leadership group, and then our leadership group is mentoring other guys on the team.
Yeah.
And this is stuff we continuously try to improve on and work through. Like, literally the last 2 days he's been working with our leadership group, and they're grabbing 3 guys each on the team and mentoring them.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we're going through that process right now. So it's just trying to develop these guys to be responsible when they're at the rink, but also when they're away from the rink, because these guys have downtime. These are still teenage boys we're talking about. So there's a lot of outside influences, and it's hard to keep them on track, or hard for them to sometimes keep their focus. So we're doing our best to help mentor them and guide them the right way. We also do little things like we do have Bible studies at the rink. One of our billet dads is our team chaplain, and he comes in and it's all voluntary, doing the man-to-man stuff. I put it out there that, hey guys, I'm going. I'm not perfect, and I'm learning a lot as I go. But if anybody wants to join me, please come on. And you've
had several guys come. I mean, how cool is that?
Little things like that, I feel like just go a long way and helps keep them grounded and keep them focused on what's good and what's right, and trying to do good things.
I think it's amazing. I really do. I mean, some people go, he's a hockey player. They're doing this and that, just rough, tough guys on the ice. But that's what I want them to hear, Coach, is the fact that you care. You've got a culture that's really about helping these guys make a difference in life. You've touched on it a couple times here, but faith in Christ, trust in the Lord. Have you seen the importance of that as a coach, as a dad, over the years?
Yeah. So, you were talking about Mike Singletary today, and it really hit home with me. Like,
wow,
you were talking about how he was inviting somebody to
Bible study.
And they were like, and he cussed somebody out that day. And he's like, wait a minute, I can be a Christian and cuss somebody out. But that's, I'm very upfront with our guys, and I like with the Bible studies and even man to man, I'm like, guys, like, I am not perfect. I am on this journey. I'm still trying to figure it all out, you know, but I learn a lot from our guys, you know, like for them to just, I don't think when I was their age, I would have shown up like they have.
Wow.
You know?
That's amazing.
And even for Bible study the other day, one of the guys that hasn't come to man, but he was at Bible study, he was just like, you know, I got saved this summer, but I just find the hockey world and the culture of being on a team, sometimes it's very hard to stay strong in your faith. And these guys are open and willing, and they want to be better and improve in their lives away from the rink. And I'm the same way, you know, so I still, even though I'm like, I call myself a tweener, basically. I struggle, you know, with this side, but I know I have a servant's heart, and I want to be better, and I've got a lot of good to give. And I think that they're in that same path. So,
well, I just want to commend you. I just think it's cool that you're not ashamed of your faith, that you are providing opportunities for your players, because they're going to face things in life where they realize this world's not all there is.
Right.
You know, we're not going to be here forever. There is eternity.
Oh, yeah.
And Jesus is the answer, and you want to make sure that they know that. But I just think it's cool that in the midst of a hockey world, you as a coach are making sure you're providing that and pointing them in that way too. Again, you're not perfect. I get that. But the point is, you're providing. I just wanted to commend you on that, buddy. Well, I think that's amazing.
Again, that's part of, I feel like that's part of my leadership role that I haven't been great at, you know, every year, but I need to start taking more consistent steps, and
I think it's
I'm going, guys.
That's awesome.
And I'm going to show up to church actually when we get home from a 6 a.m. road trip or something like that. And again, that's a work in progress, but and these guys do it. Like, they do it too. Like, there's some that still show up to church every Sunday, or at least as many Sundays as they can, even though they're away from their families. And so they take great strides. And this is, again, I thank you for providing these opportunities too, because, and for staying in touch with me.
You bet.
You know what I mean? Like, that is huge for me personally.
You bet, man.
I know I'm not here all the time, but I still get those texts from you. And the man-to-man thing was one that I was like, you know what? I have got to get my butt in gear here and start,
I love it,
you know,
man.
taking steps again towards what I think is really, really important. And
you know what I think is cool, Coach? I think it's cool that some of these players, the next time they absolutely knock somebody through the wall to get that puck, they can read a Bible verse to them right after that. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be really cool.
I agree.
Anyway, but listen, Coach, it has just been a joy to have you on this podcast, man. I love your faith. I love your family. I love the fact of what you're doing and you're building with those players. You're a great blessing to the Shreveport Bossier area, but obviously beyond. You guys are just, it's amazing to watch. And you've blessed me today. And I know your words have encouraged a lot of people listening and watching today. So just know we're praying for you, man. We trust that God is going to do some great things with you, buddy.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Well, God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in on today's podcast. So grateful for Jason Soupy Campbell being with us today. We're praying that God uses you and blesses you in a phenomenal way this week.